Welcome to the Spectre Sisters,
your portal into the unexplainable,
the unknown,
and the undeniably strange.
Welcome back to Spectre Sisters. It's your ghost Nyx.
It's your ghost Abby.
It's your ghost Brie, like the cheese.
Brie cheese. She's from Wisconsin.
I actually don't like Brie cheese. It's mushy in the middle.
Well, that's tragic. Get over it.
It's your namesake, bro.
Yeah, this is exposure therapy. I brought the Brie cheese.
Reddit stories, right?
Yeah, that's why we're sitting around this table of greed.
This table of greed.
Nyx is coming
you
to you
needed to
live.
press the button so that I get launched out of the chair.
Oh yeah,
that's what should have happened.
Dink.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Lever.
Anyways, okay, our first Reddit story of this episode comes from Witch of the Wastes. Like the House Moving Castle character.
Yes.
We love to see it.
The melty lady.
Melty lady. Yep.
She'd be melting.
She did.
She gives me the wiggins.
Yeah, she's
Same.
a liquid.
She's a liquid. Okay.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
Well, hopefully this Witch of the Wastes isn't like that. But let's get into it.
Yes.
I was too young to remember this, but it's a story my parents told me. For a time, my family lived in this farmhouse that was super haunted by 3 spirits. One of them was extremely violent. Hate that.
Yeah,
no
that's
thanks.
not great.
It gets worse.
Oh.
Everything always gets worse with you.
You heard it here
It
first.
does.
folks.
The amount of
It
times
does.
I've heard it gets worse.
Oh,
Take a
no.
shot. No, don't, because you'll die.
Actually, no. Spectre Sisters drinking game just dropped. Take a
God.
shot every time Nick says
Allegedly.
it gets worse.
Yeah.
You have to be over 21. We don't support our drinking.
Yes, exactly.
Don't arrest
Yes.
us.
There was one episode we had where we said allegedly like almost 100 times or something.
Is this going to be the next allegedly? We'll find out. Nyx hit us with that thing.
No, wait a minute.
Thing. I'm sorry.
Okay, anyways.
I need to go to bed.
Unhinged.
It's bedtime.
The bad spirit was always trying to set the house on fire.
Oh.
Tried to choke my mom while she was in bed.
Hello?
Attacked our dogs. And would even turn on all the gas burners on the stove. And apparently tried to smother me with a pillow the moment they took their eyes off me.
I feel like
that's not fun.
I feel like there was no intro. I feel like
We
you
got
need to take us on a
thrown-
date first before
We
you
got thrown into the
fuck us
frying
with all that
pan. Oh my
information.
gosh! Hold on a
A
second.
lot of information.
Yeah.
Yeah, just information.
Just fucking throwing all of it at us.
Yeah,
Just
you-
off the bat.
I know.
There was this one room where the closet door would always be open. And every
Oh.
time they would close it, it would open again.
The infamous.
I had a room like that.
You just didn't want to be in the closet anymore, guys. That's what it was.
Yeah. It's 2025. Get out of the closet.
For real.
Come
Maybe
on.
you wouldn't get burned alive if you just let him stay out of the closet. Come on.
I'm side-eyeing you.
My dad is a big science logic guy, very, very high IQ. He told me he never believed in stuff like this till they lived in this house.
Oh.
He told me at one point he was so fed up with the opening closet, he went all out to permanently seal it.
See?
Real.
This is the problem.
I'm talking nails and boards, chains, he even applied metal plating and welded it shut.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
He told me literally the next day he came into the room, the closet was open again, all the nails, boards, chains, everything on the floor, and no one heard a thing.
That's
Jeez.
actually, yeah, that's crazy.
That's so unnerving.
That's awful.
One day my mom was in the room with the open closet and she heard a woman's voice say, "Look in the closet." So she actually did and discovered
no.
a hidden crawl space that led under the house. She went into it and found a human skeleton.
Oh.
Okay, I was going to say she's making all the wrong decisions in the horror movie.
Dude.
Listening to the voice, going into the crawl space, finding the skeleton.
Brother, where do you live? Like hell? What
This
is happening?
insane. Also, did your mother have a death wish?
Yeah, that's wild.
My God. They researched the history of the house and learned the house used to belong to a piano teacher who was murdered by her racist neighbor.
Oh.
Apparently,
Great.
the locals caught him red-handed attempting to burn the house to the ground.
Okay.
So is the racist neighbor the bad ghost
Oh God. That is like
trying
the
to
worst.
set the house on fire?
Did it say he died? Or wait, how long ago was this? I blanked out on the date.
We actually don't have a date.
Oh,
just
okay.
That was like the history of the house.
That's not a bad
Oh,
idea,
okay.
though.
Yeah, because I don't know if he would be dead or not.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
The town folks didn't take kindly to this, and they were never able to find the missing piano teacher's body.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
And the murderer refused to tell.
Oh.
They tied him to horses and drug him around the town while the locals degraded and beat him till he was finally executed in front of the very house where the crime was committed.
I mean, honestly,
Vigilante
I'm all for that.
justice?
I'm all for it. I would vote for that.
That's
Vote him off the
horrifying.
island. But that is how you get a haunted house at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely that guy was the bad spirit who was always
Yeah.
trying to set the house on fire. Piano teacher was totally the spirit in the closet then.
Yeah.
That was like,
trying,
look, yeah.
yeah,
The
like find my
girls,
body,
yeah.
find me.
Yes, because that's happened to a lot of people. Is
Yeah.
like they'll get like they know nothing of the history or anything, and then they keep like feeling this intense feeling where they'll see something, and then they go investigate, and they're like, "Whoa, hello, here's the missing key," essentially.
I'm curious about the other ghosts, but I don't think they're going to tell us about it.
Right.
My family did report the discovered skeleton to the police and promptly moved out.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Smart.
Good.
Finally. The authorities said the skeleton found had to have been the missing teacher. Literally days after my family moved out and the skeleton was exhumed from the property, the house caught on fire and burned completely to the ground.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh.
Okay.
That's wild. Is that the first one?
Yeah, that's just the first of the stories I have.
So
Oh my
scary,
gosh.
dude. Oh, also, look for us on Reddit with r/Spectre Sisters to send us your stories. Little self-insert there, but that's where we're reading some of these off of.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Join the
self-promo.
Yeah, join us. Get this party started. I have a story from Cal_0RT_POR. My house has a history of knocking over the years. My first experience was when I was 12. I was sleeping in my room one random night and was awakened by a knocking on the wall. At first, I thought it was my parents, but they were snoring away in the room next to me. I'm an only child, so it wasn't anyone else. The wall where the knocking was coming from faced the street and was on the second floor. Still, the knocking was coming from inside the room, like inside the wall. No. First of all, no.
He's in the walls. He's in the goddamn walls.
I just had that happen to me, but it's a squirrel. We confirmed it.
Yeah,
for
I
mine.
was wondering.
Well, for mine, because I was in the bathroom putting on my makeup, and I could hear the little stupid squirrel running around, and then I heard like, it was horrible, and I thought Harry was messing with me.
Yeah.
But apparently it was the squirrel.
How the squirrel be knocking?
Dude, I don't know, but I was really scared.
That's horrifying.
Smashing his head against the wall.
Probably.
Let's also non-salt squirrels, though, considering I am one.
You're
Oh, he was trying to crack a
favorite
nut.
squirrel. You're a nut.
On the wall.
He could have been. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that might be.
Maybe. Well, not constant. It would happen and continue for what felt like forever. Knock, knock, knock. Long pause. Knock, knock, knock. I laid there, face covered, trying to talk myself into turning on the light to yell for my parents. I finally scrounged up enough bravery to throw off the covers and turn on the light. The moment the lights turned on, the knocking grew louder. I tried to move my arm, but it was frozen, twisted in a way I'd never felt before. That freaked me out. And the only thing I could whimper out was, "Mom." Horrible.
Yeah.
How do you be twisting like that?
How do you be
Why
twisted?
twist?
You twist it, bop it, pull it.
Oh, turn into a
Oh.
bop it. Haunted by a bop
no,
it.
you become a bop it
Haunted
for the
by a
ghost.
bop it.
That's why the wall is like knocking. It's just the bop it.
The ghost is using you as a bop it. That's
Happens. Ghost equals bop it confirmed. Like a good mother, my mom heard me and was at my door within seconds. I threw myself into her arms and started crying. She calmed me down and we sat on the side of my bed. I told her I kept hearing this knock that went on for hours. I could see her face when she understood and told me to go sleep with my dad. I'm not sure how much time passed, but when she woke me up and said I could sleep next to her in the bed that night, she told me she heard the knocking and claimed it was a mouse. I knew it was not, because I've heard rodents in the walls before, and this was not it. I still think that my brain knew I should accept it so I wouldn't be afraid of my room in the future. This was the first and last time I ever heard knocking in that room. The funny thing is, many years later, my dad had the same experience in his room one weekend when my mom and I were staying at my grandma's house. We came home, and for some reason, he duct taped a painting above his bed to the wall. He said, "It kept bouncing, so I taped it down."
Okay.
My mom and I looked at each other but didn't speak about it. That's horrible.
Didn't speak.
Fast forward 8 or 9 years later, I was living in the basement. My cousin had moved in with us due to family issues and stayed in the room next to me. Our computer desks were positioned so we could see/talk to each other by turning around and looking at each other's door. My cousin's mom passed away due to cancer one day. The atmosphere was low and sad. During this time, I noticed a random knock on the wall. It was a quick knock, always in twos, almost like someone knocking at your door. It was random, but always close to both of our bedroom doors. At the time, I had lived in that house for over 20 years, so I knew every sound it made, and this was new. About 2 weeks after the knocking started, my cousin and I were playing a game together. Then all of a sudden, we heard the same 2 knocks at our doors. So we turned to each other and said, "What?" At the exact same time, our eyes widened, expecting someone to be at the door, not sitting at our desks. At that moment, we knew each other was hearing the same knocking. Still, we didn't say anything. We just looked away and went back to playing our game. After that, the knocking stopped. At least I've never heard it again. I'm pretty sure that was his mom saying hello/goodbye. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Either you're getting stalked by a horde of rats or mice, or it could be something spooky. I don't know. I'm not a house knock expert.
I hated that. Thanks.
You're welcome. Just for you, boo.
Not a house knock.
All right, house knocker.
House knock here.
Knocker.
In my grandparents' house, there was a guest bathroom at the end of a long hallway that led past the guest bedroom and my grandfather's office. It was completely isolated in one wing of the house and a long foyer and atrium connecting it to the main wing. My grandparents wanted all of us kids, I was 8 at this point, to use the guest bathroom, but I always got the worst vibe in there for no discernible reason and begged them to use their master bathroom. One day, I come out of the bathroom and the doors to the guest bedroom and my grandfather's office are open with bright sunlight coming in, even though the hallway is dark.
Oh.
It's heaven. I see my mother, all backlit and in silhouette, walk out of the guest bedroom and into my grandfather's office.
What?
I follow her instinctively, walk into his office, don't see her anywhere, but the door to his closet is open and I'm certain she is in there, waiting for me.
Okay, excuse me.
Why word it this way?
Also, closets gotta go.
Yeah, like why is it
Yeah.
always those?
Closets need to take an exit.
I'm over the closets and the knocking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Figure out a new shtick.
Yeah, come on, do something different for once.
Yeah,
Be like,
weeks.
I don't know, hanging from the chandelier, swinging from the chandelier.
I wanna swing
Oh no.
from the chandelier.
From the chandelier. Okay. Wow.
You're welcome.
Great. Spectre Sisters gonna go off the rails
I
again.
will be signing foreheads. Thank you.
Just foreheads?
I'm
Noses.
kidding. Noses.
I remember so clearly thinking, why would mom lead me into the closet?
Oh.
Good question. And instantly realizing she wouldn't. So I left.
Oh.
Okay.
Very matter of fact. And
Smart.
as kids do, I went back to playing and didn't wonder much more about it. But I sometimes still think about that woman, how I clearly saw her in silhouette, but in enough detail to know her hair fell to the middle of her back and she was tall and slender. They always got the long hair.
Yeah, what's
for
up
some
with
reason.
that?
You never
Cut your hair, bro.
Yeah, you never see a ghost like with a shaved head
Yeah, with a
or
little
like
bob.
a bob or something.
Yeah,
a
the
cute
Karen
little-
cut. What's up with that?
No Karen ghosts. Karens go to hell. That's why. Sorry.
Oh my God. Snipping hair. Ghost hair. Line up.
Ghost hair.
Where's our ghost, hair salons? What the hell's
come
up with
on.
that?
It's always the long, unkempt.
Yeah, we're supposed to be all inclusive, right? Equality for ghosts? Come on now.
Equality for ghosts.
Maybe they just like the long hair.
I would wear a shirt that says equality for ghosts.
check out our merch. I got you.
There are details I recall clearly and then details that are weirdly missing. What clothes was she wearing? What color was her hair? Was she solid shadow? Solid snake?
shadow.
Yeah.
You got activated. Little exclamation mark.
Yeah.
But I know in the moment my brain registered her as my mother, and I was impelled to follow her until I wasn't.
Oh, okay. Great.
Thanks, I hate it.
I do remember asking my grandmother if my mother was there, and she told me she hadn't come back yet. She'd been out on errands. One of the primary reasons she would drop my siblings and me off at my grandparents' to begin with. But yeah, I was like, oh, the bathroom's haunted, and went back to playing outside for the afternoon.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, kids are just like
Something else.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine. That's normal.
this one was submitted by La Quintessence of Dust.
Oh, there you go.
La Quintessence of Dust.
Get an easier username, guys. What the hell?
God, people.
Please.
Pick something normal.
It's just something normal. I
That one
liked
was
that.
not super long, but yeah. Ooh.
That was horrible. Yeah, back to Nyx.
Okay.
I got another one. We're bringing back last episode's quote, the other Nyx quote of, I quit.
The other
I spectrumed too close to the sun.
guy. That's Taylor Swift's next album.
There we go.
I'm sorry. I don't know if I can keep
That
that
needs to
in.
be on the shirt.
Is that offensive?
What? Spectruming too close to the sun? No.
Okay, Spectre Sisters is getting back on the rails now
Yeah.
with this next story from Reddit user Green M.
There we go. That's easier.
That's easier. I mean,
Good job. You get a gold star.
Yeah.
I know what they're getting after. I never knew that my great grandma's home was haunted. I never felt uneasy at all, but what I experienced with her was beyond terrifying. I was 12 or 13 at the time. I was always with her, just helped take care of her because her son was never around. Anyways, it was late at night and we were laying in her bed, getting ready to go to bed. Her home had one bedroom. Directly on the other side was her bathroom. The rest of her home was a big open place with a kitchen and living room area. The place was dark. She had turned the lights off, and there we were, just lying on her bed. I remember it had been around the winter season because we always dusted the snow off before going in her house.
Okay.
So as we were laying there in the dark, we both heard someone, or so we thought, dusting off the snow, and her entry door open and shut.
Oh.
A couple seconds later, we heard her broom sweeping the floor. Remember, lights were still off at this time.
Hey, tidy ghost. We like a tidy ghost.
And it got louder and was a lot more closer.
Oh.
The next thing that happened, the sweeping we heard was coming from what sounded like right under her bed.
Oh.
Next thing my great-grandma does, she's banging on her wall, shouting her Yappage language, "Leave us alone." She got up out of her bed, still hollering. I didn't understand what she was saying, though, but as she's out of the room, it was then I realized she's turning on the lights. She opened her entry door, still shouting, and chased whatever this thing was out of her house. The whole time, I'm just laying in her bed. I didn't move at all. Then she goes back in her bed, and we just went to sleep. I never told my parents what had happened that night. It was my very first paranormal experience.
Oh, great. Hear me out. It was the ghost of a Roomba.
I'm here for this Roomba ghost idea. Just sweeping under the bed. Yeah.
I actually hate that, though. Like, on a real note.
Yeah.
Reminds me of some Baba Yaga shit.
It does. It sounds like some Baba Yaga shit.
See, sometimes the brain cells, they connect. They rub together and formulate ideas. This is from Times New. Whoa, man.
Okay, I like that.
I do too. That one can stay. Times New Roman.
I got it.
It said, I always thought that the house I grew up in was haunted, but I had forgotten this part about the first phone I had in my room. My brother had taught me how to splice the phone wires. We had a phone wired into the wall in the hallway. It was the 80s. So by splicing, we could have a phone in a couple more rooms. My dad had gotten a couple of old rotary phones from his office building, which had been a hotel from the 1920s to the 60s. I put the big black one in my room. One night, the phone rang at about 3 a.m. Mine was super loud as the dial on the bottom had been set wrong, so I kept trying to make it quieter, but it was still the loudest one. No one was on the other end, and my parents weren't happy about the whole house being woken up. This kept happening every so often for weeks. 3 a.m., phones ringing, everyone awake, and no one at the other end. It wasn't like we could just turn off the phones. We only had one line, and this was back before we had *69 to say who was calling. You had to pay for a callback, and my dad wasn't doing that. Finally, I was fed up with my loud phone. When my dad got one of those promotional phone/alarm clocks with a magazine subscription. I switched out my phone. We never got another 3 a.m. call after that. I can't believe it took me 35 years to put it together that may have been something related to a haunting.
Related. Or it was
3
the
a.m.
early
You're making me
robocalls.
nervous. Robocalls. Oh, yeah.
Early scammers, landline
I thought you were going to talk
scammers.
about like the ladies of the night.
Oh,
The
possibly.
Ooh.
This is crazy.
I don't know why that conjured up.
This story.
Shut the
I'm keeping that.
This story was submitted by Riley's Voice. Thank you. I love the simple, straightforward names that I can pronounce with my little illiterate self.
Oh,
Okay, thanks. A story of the house I grew up in, but the experience happened to my mum. My mum has always been open to seeing things. One night, after a bath, she climbed into bed and started reading her book. Just a few minutes in, she saw something out of the corner of her eye near the bedroom door. She's always said that anything she has ever seen, sensed, or felt in that house disappears the second she looks at it. This time, that never happened. There was a teenage girl with long, mousy hair. Here's the long hair again.
Oh boy, thanks. I hate it.
Dressed in a long white gown. Again, this is a very, very typical.
I know.
Sta-
Stereotypical.
Standing in the doorway of the room, just staring at my mum.
Great. Me mum.
She was not moving at all. My stepdad was downstairs watching TV, and my mum couldn't scream or call out. She tried, but it was like she had lost her voice. Riley's Voice is the name of the one who submitted this. Is this a tie-in? Is this a conspiracy? Riley, are you the one who stole her voice?
Oh my God.
Were you the one standing in the doorway saying, Mom, I just threw up?
Mom, I float up.
Mom, I flew up.
That's what the ghosts are
I
waiting for.
flew
They're
up.
just in the doorway. My mum climbed out of bed and very slowly made her way towards the door whilst not taking her eyes off this girl.
Yeah.
And the girl did not take her eyes off my mum. My mum squeezed by the girl to get out of the bedroom, and she said that her arm touched her and
Nope.
went completely numb from shoulder to hand.
Absolutely not.
That's just rude, man.
Yeah.
She ran downstairs to my stepdad and was crying her eyes out.
Fair.
After a while, she finally managed to tell him what had happened. About 2 hours later, my mum and stepdad's bedroom was swapped with my brother's bedroom. They pawned off the haunted room to the brother.
I know. They said, here you go.
Here's a nice big
Don't
room for
even
you.
think
Have
about
fun.
it,
It comes with a
man.
playmate.
Yeah.
She had all us kids roped in to help with the bedroom shuffle, and we were completely confused. Haha. She obviously didn't want to tell us why. This is diabolical. She obviously didn't want to tell us why or what had happened, as we were still young at that
She's
point.
the real villain.
Yeah, oh my gosh, what the heck? This was about 25 years ago. She still lives in that house, and
Oh.
she has never stepped foot in that bedroom since.
Fair.
She has night terrors, though, about 2 to 3 times a week.
Oh.
So let's move, or do something, man. 25 years ago, and you're still there?
Yeah, put the thing on the
Yeah.
market. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Before you do an
It's a
outro
cool-
for this one.
Oh.
I believe in you.
Oh. Where have all the flowers gone? Gone to graves, everyone. Oh, wait, no, it's where have all the young men gone? Gone to graves, everyone.
Oh.
When will we ever learn?
Oh.
When will we ever learn? And that's why we don't go to war.
Thanks. Bye.
Drunken axolotl shouldn't drive. Cars you should tell the axolotl. If you come back
That's our new theme
tomorrow. And the axolotl said a mean word. Fuck! Wheel, he's dressing free. Bird, and your house has been foreclosed. Now the axolotl's drinking mint. Schnapps. Doing 105 directly by. Cops, you should tell the axolotl. Need to drown your sorrows.
Oh.
Because on the phone he tells her that sucks. And she tells the axolotl, I'll pick you up tomorrow. Now the axolotl still didn't have beef teeth, you should tell the axolotl. Axolotl, drop the bottle.
Oh my God.
Axolotl,
What
drop the
chapter is
bottle.
this?
Axolotl, drop the bottle. On a disappointment.
No,
Oh.
that's where it ends.